Just like any business, there are niche, meaning highly specialized collectors. Do you remember the toy sensation known as Hot Wheels? These little cars debuted 50 years ago in 1968 and were a sensation for children everywhere. MPT's Motorweek host, John Davis, met with somebody who has a marvelous collection from his childhood and one that keeps growing. We couldn't resist taking a spin.
Get Mattel's new Hot Wheels, the fastest metal cars you've ever seen.
In my travels for Motorweek, I've seen a lot of great car collections, but never like the one we're doing now for Chesapeake Collectibles. Over 3,000 cars in one collection, although they're a little small for me to fit behind the wheels. Welcome to the Hot Wheels collection of Bruce Pascal. Bruce, thanks for letting us drop by.
Welcome, John. I look forward to showing you my private museum.
This is going to be terrific.
Thank you.
Hot Wheels, brand new. Hot Wheels, for you. Genuine firing, Hot Wheels, amazing.
Bruce, why does it always seem that it's more important to have the packaging with any kind of collectible like cars or trains than not?
Well, think about it. Parents brought these as gifts for their kids.
Yeah.
What kind of kid wouldn't rip it up and play with it?
I did.
You did? Yeah, we all did. So it's very hard to actually find the original Hot Wheel from 50 years ago that's never been opened, because why would it be there?
And I guess the car's in the best condition, right?
100%. And the value of Hot Wheels goes up dramatically if the condition is better. And think of this. Not only that, the parents played with it, now their kids play with it, and now their grandkids play with it. It's the same toy. How many toys were that generational in our entire world's history?
It's amazing, amazing, genuine firing, Hot Wheels, 40, new, genuine, firing, whizzing, sizzling, amazing, blazing, Hot Wheels.
This is the iconic wheel.
Yeah.
Holds about a dozen cars. Millions of kids and grown adults still have their tire from when they were a kid. But for Bruce Pascal, I have to find one different.
It's more than just the actual item.
So what I did is I found the actual prototype that was made by the factory.
Why is it clear?
They would make all of their items, Barbie dolls and every item they made, in clear plastic so the engineers could look inside to see how everything worked and was put together.
Show, go, they're new, look what they do. Amazing, blazing Hot Wheels Grand Prix cars. New, like the real ones, the big ones, the ones that roar at the raceway.
When Hot Wheels came out in 1968, they wanted the advertising for the TV commercials to just look unbelievable. So here's an example of a car. It was actually a regular Hot Wheel that they chromed the underside and the bottom first. And then once it was made, they painted it so it shines like a Christmas ornament. And when it was used for the TV and the catalog commercial, it would pop, and look how beautiful it is today.
Gorgeous.
I mean, you could wear this as a piece of jewelry.
I'm sure somebody probably has.
Not me, maybe you, I don't know.
No, not today.
Here's an interesting one. Mattel every once in a while would do promotions.
Looks like a 911.
It is, it's the Carrera.
Okay.
And what they did is they made 500 of these and went around the radio stations and gave them out. But the executive of the company said, hey, we like these. So they made a few of them in pure 24-karat gold.
Is that one of them?
This is one of them. It's plated and it's beautiful. And what a nice thing. And lucky for me, I was able to buy it from the executive.
But I know that's not the real star of your collection.
Well, the star of the collection is always this car. This is, and I handle it very carefully, the pink Beach Bomb. It's a prototype car that when they made it, it was so tall and skinny.
Right.
When it went through the accessories, it would turn on its side.
So it's a VW
VW
van, VW bus.
Absolutely. But they ended up then redesigning it, making it much thicker and putting the surfboards in pockets on the side.
And putting the wheels outboard a bit too, it looks like.
Absolutely, much thicker. So this is, there's about 50 of these rear load Beach Bombs known, 2 of them in hot pink. This one's in the best condition, and it has a very unusual base. It has the same base on the bottom as the second version. So it's actually like a prototype of a prototype, and it's the rarest car I have in my entire collection.
So I have to ask, if you had to sell it, what do you think it's worth?
Well, put it this way, if you offered me $150,000 for it right now, I would actually tell you no, I'm going to keep it.
That makes it a real Hot Wheels.
It is, and it's going to stay with me for a while.
Bruce, thanks very much for letting us visit.
I hope you come back again.